quit moving. How's it going?
Cort Dixon.
Sean Gibson, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Here representing Rockstar Energy for one moment of your time.
Yeah, sure. Secretary told me you'd be stopping by.
Appreciate it.
Let's have little time for you.
Got some time for me, busy man, huh?
Oh yeah. Nice water?
That'd be great. Thank you.
No problem.
Love what you've done with the place, Sean. I grew up in the Denver area and came under recent ownership, I believe.
Yeah. You know, I've had it for, I don't know, started the deal about 5 years ago. Really got turned over to me three and a half years ago.
Got new ownership?
Yeah. I was working for them and I decided I wanted to take the plunge and buy it. It wasn't going anywhere and was really going downhill, but there's so much potential here in the area that I wanted to see this place go.
Potential.
And there's so much activity around here. I'd hate to see a place like this go to waste.
So were you a motocross fan growing up? Or?
Oh yeah, I was around it. All my buddies did. We never, I never, rode at all.
Rode? You didn't get to ride with it?
No, it wasn't really my thing. I always loved it. Loved watching, being around it. I'd go shoot for my friends and stuff. Do videos and stuff. But it wasn't really my thing to ride. But I've been around it a lot, so I have a deep love for it and appreciation for it. And I think I have a different vision of what the people had before.
Right, you kind of have that secondary view on it.
Yeah.
Different outlook on perspective and everything.
Yeah, I try to go from a business approach to, what are people going to enjoy? Because you want motocross, you want heavy, you want fast, you want high flying.
You got the bigger picture. Huh?
Yeah, you want something that people are going to enjoy and something that I want to enjoy because I love watching it. So, if I didn't really enjoy it before because it was so controlled.
Anything you can do to kind of contribute to the lifestyle.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you grow up in Colorado?
I did. I grew up down in Colorado Springs.
Colorado Springs.
And I went to school at Colorado State.
Oh, graduated from Colorado State?
I did.
Oh, wow.
I got a business degree there, and then.
What kind of degree? Business in general?
Just a general business. I wasn't sure where I was wanting to go, and then had an opportunity open up here, actually, and started there. I job shot a little bit through, and that's how the opportunity came.
You got that opportunity through Colorado State?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep, I was here close anyways,
Mm-hmm.
so I did a little job shadowing because I went through college, and then jumped right in afterwards, and that's how all this has come about.
That's awesome, man. I love that it's gotten handed to you because I can see what you've done with this. It's the mountains, the Thunderhead Valley. You've recently came in ownership with Lucas Oil during the championship racing series. Is that correct? I saw an article.
Yeah, I actually went to a race somewhere else and was watching and ended up talking to the guy. I didn't know who it was. Just started a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
He happened to be one of the Lucas Oil head guys for Lucas Oil Racing.
Really?
And so as we got to talking and develop, I was just trying to see what else I could do for my track. I went and visited a bunch of different tracks, just trying to see what they did that was so successful.
Kind of get a view on different competitors, maybe.
Exactly, just see what we can improve on what they were doing right and we were doing wrong. And I got talking to him, and it just developed in kind of one of those chance meetings that probably wasn't chance. And
hey, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, and he came up and looked at it and saw what we were doing, and we talked about our goal, our 10-year, gave him our 10-year vision of the place. Exactly.
Awesome.
And he liked it, and we decided to put one of the stops here and see if we could help build it up. And they love coming to Colorado because, like you said, they got the mountains here in the background, and most of the time they're covered in snow still, and you can't beat that. It's just an active outdoorsy place.
It's very active. It's the lifestyle, the rock star, the pure energy. It's intense and fast paced. So is Colorado in general, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you got skiing. Everybody comes. It's a energetic place. It's adrenaline junkies come here, don't they?
They do, and everyone's going somewhere doing something hiking. Like I said, skiing, snowboarding. They're going hiking, camping, fishing. You got rock climbers like crazy. Someone's always wanting to do something, and that's why this place is so great and why Lucas came here.
Right.
Yeah.
Keep the energy. And they've got a great schedule at Lucas Oil. I saw they're hitting all sorts of towns here this summer, and I think they have about 15 races, if that's correct.
I think so.
Around 15, and y'all's is in the October month.
It's September.
September.
We decided it was going to be October. They kind of released a prelim schedule, but we changed it just to make sure that we. It's going to be a little bit more crisp.
Yes.
People are going to be wanting the jackets for sure, but we didn't want to do October because we dang sure might have snow then.
Yeah, and you got to keep the track safe. That's
exactly.
Sure. So, like I said, I'm with Rockstar Energy. I'm here to to speak with you maybe about promoting this place just like you have in the last 5 years. Would you have time to speak with me about this?
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
For sure, I'm always down for.
If anything pertains to motocross, you have time, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Anything with pushing this place and making it bigger and better for the people that are wanting to come.
Right. So as I was coming in, I saw some banners up. Is Red Bull your current sponsorship, or
Yep.
are they?
I contacted them right when I started going through the process of buying this place, and they jumped on board, and they've been kind of our sponsor, I guess our headline sponsor.
Headline sponsor, what they title themselves?
Yeah.
So what do they do for this Thunderhead Valley?
They
What do
bring
do
in
for-
products. They have their their banners flying like you saw. They advertise throughout town in different places. We'll have races going on. They'll advertise for us, and since they got the big name, it helps.
They do have a big
And
name.
people see, oh, Red Bull's here, it's got to be a bigger ordeal, so it catches some attention
Catches
for
some
us.
attention for the customer base.
Yeah, expands our fan base for sure.
So what kind of products do they distribute throughout the events? Do they-
They bring in, they go with different suppliers and stuff to bring in stuff for concession stands, but for them themselves, they just bring their original and their that light blue and the low sugar.
The sugar-free one, the
Yeah,
blue one?
yeah. that-
So they do bring a little bit of health-conscious product to the table?
Yeah, I guess if you could call it health conscious.
Yeah, it's
At least
health-conscious,
lower
as
sugar.
energy drink could
Yeah,
be.
exactly.
Right, because we know the area, it's Colorado, the
Definitely,
granola state.
yeah, definitely turning granola.
And we agree with that as well. We offer a pure zero drink. It's low calorie, 0 calories, 0 carb, and it's an alternate sugar. It's one that's been tested in recent studies as flying colors, no real negative connotation toward it at all. Is that something you'd be interested in
Yeah, is it,
distributing to the?
how does it compare to like that Red Bull? Like,
So-
is it healthier, is it
Well,
less?
I mean, like you said, a Diet Coke still a Coke.
Yeah. Yeah.
But our brand, at least compared to Red Bull, Red Bull's has about 1,500 milligrams of caffeine in it,
Mhm.
and that's the suggested daily dose in one can.
Mhm.
And 2 cans, I mean, that's 2 times the suggested daily dose. We try to maintain to half suggested daily.
Mhm.
Health risks don't run real high. There are some recent tests saying that the heart rate may be irregular, but we like to promote some ingredients in our products that kind of alleviate those kind of risks.
Okay, that's cool.
So, I mean, we try to keep a mindset that it's our customer base. We try to keep them coming back. Can't have them croaking over or anything like that.
I'd ask you what ingredients, but it'd go over my head and I wouldn't understand anyway, so we'll just pass
Just go
that
a
up.
little bit.
Yeah,
Sometimes just drink it and get energized.
I'll take your word for it.
So what kind of, does Rockstar or does Red Bull bring in any athletes to the events at all, or do they
We got our
just kind of
one,
a checkbook type thing?
we got our one big event that they bring their sponsored guys in for. They have them sign some autograph, do a little tailgate thing outside. That's
Right.
that's their biggest part of that
So they
end
do
of it.
bring in athletes to the events as well?
Yeah, they're
Awesome.
sponsored guys. You see them when you're watching motocross.
Right. And you mentioned the tailgate scene. Do they bring product to this tailgate?
Yeah, they'll have it out there for sale. They'll set up some of those pop-up shade things.
Right.
Kind of have some music going and try to make it a party
Try
for
to make
them.
it a little bit of an event
Have,
party.
I guess, a little bit of a barbecue out there for people
Right.
beforehand.
And that's great. I mean, it gets everybody good. Gets kind of like a pre-game type
Yeah.
lifestyle to the main event, which is motocross. And we all
Gets them
love it.
revved up.
Right. So, like I said, Rockstar, we will promote product. We have the Pure Zero product, as well as we'll bring in a professional athlete. We try to stay local. We'll bring in a kid from Denver. He signed on a recent contract. So we try to keep that local persona. Is that something I can see you kind of pertain to this as well, as homegrown kid getting a big track?
Oh yeah. Anything to help promote our local stuff. I'm real big into promoting all of our local businesses and stuff like that. We're bigger, we're working with big corporations.
Right.
But whether it be, local talent, like you said, someone riding, or like local bands or stuff like that, I'm all about supporting that.
Supporting the main charity.
Yeah.
And we agree with that entirely. One thing that we also benefit from is, helping out the customer that's put in the effort.
Mhm.
and it really hits home for us because, like I said, we're hometown grown kids who just trying to make a dream happen, you know what I mean? And we think that this event, this Thunderhead Valley, is just something that really strikes our interest because it's the adrenaline rush, it's the lifestyle.
I understand. I can see that.
Right.
It makes sense.
Do y'all have any benefit concerts or any sort of
No,
live talent come in?
not yet. We're working towards it. Like I said, we have our 10-year goal that we're
10-year
working
plan.
on. That's in there. It's just trying to get everything coordinated.
Right.
I know we just signed a deal with Lucas Oil, and so that's a big step for us. And the
Huge
next is
step.
going to be concerts, but it's trying to negotiate between our finances and the timing of everything with our different races and trying to coordinate. And then trying to get the musicians and bands here, trying to coordinate their schedule with what we've got going on. A lot of them, it's a couple years in advance.
Right.
And so it's really hard to get that rolling, but we're working on it, hoping to have, a good concert.
Within the next 10 years?
Hopefully within the next 3 or 4.
3 or 4.
Yeah.
Kind of looking a little bit more short term.
Yeah, I'm
Short
trying to
term.
really push and get this place. We have a 10-year goal that I'd like to get done in 5,
That'd be great.
but I like to really push for things and
I
run
can
90
see
miles
that.
an hour.
I love that. I can see that. And I can see where these events can be a financial obligation to you. As
Oh
well.
yeah, for sure. But it's worth it. This is, like I said, this is something that I love. I want to see succeed. That's why I bought this place.
Right.
There's so much potential, and there's such a great opportunity for the fans here.
The fan base is great here.
Yeah.
As I've recently came to one of your lower end, when there was just a local race type
Mhm.
thing, I could even see the love in the fans' eyes,
Oh,
just
yeah.
stuff like that. And we at Rockstar, we understand that these things can be a financial obligation, and one thing that we like to give as an option when we're promoting our services is we have a Safe and Sound tour. Have you heard about the Safe and
I
Sound
haven't.
tour? You haven't? Okay, so here recently in Colorado, we've promoted this big tour. It's called the Safe and Sound. We bring in local bands from the area to come and kind of promote them. They're good bands, and they're ones that need to get their names out there. So that kind of still pertains to the local mentality of,
Yeah.
promoting the business. And I noticed you've got the area.
Yeah.
You've got the area for a concert, that's for sure.
We do. We got lots of land.
Lots of land. And that's kind of, because I know, like you said, you're from Denver, so you know the Coliseum there.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of do more of a outside venue, an outside concert, because you can hear, you hear the background, you got the motorheads going.
Oh yeah.
And you got the live concert in your face, so we feel like that would really energize the
Oh
crowd.
yeah, I can see that for sure.
Yes, it would be awesome. Are there any questions so far, what we're talking about?
No, it all sounds really good so far, actually.
You like what we're
Yeah,
covering
it
here?
sounds really interesting.
So, what I can offer is a few different things that we offer towards our customer base. It's 3 kind of options,
Okay.
if you would per se. The first one would be a product promotion and sales. We'll bring in product like Red Bull does as well. We'll give you a percentage of the sales. It'd be about 50% of sales, and then we'll promote the product throughout, whether it be through banners, on the live concerts if you want to do that, on the track, just kind of getting our name out there as well as giving you some product sales.
That'd be all right.
And that'd be our first option, and that doesn't run any cost to you. That's mainly just product sales, and we'll even give you a cut of that as well. So the second option would be a product and then plus an athlete. We bring in product, we distribute through secondary vendors, like you said, at the tailgating scenes, whether it be handing out free samples, and we'll give you the option. We've got 13 different flavors that come with Rockstar.
Oh really? Yeah, that many.
We've got a few options available. And whether you want to bring 2 to 5, we'll give you that option as well. And we'll be able to distribute, because you know your customer base, you know your demographic, you know what they like. Do you know any specific brands that you'd be interested in?
I see people drinking the original all the time.
Original?
What's that other one there? Don't you guys have like a coffee one or something?
We do. It's a Java flavor.
Yeah,
kind of for the mornings.
Uh-huh.
That'd be good, huh?
I see a lot of people drinking those, like I said, in the morning times. Especially like a lot of our grounds people, they're coming in trying to get rolling and
That
make sure
morning
they're
burn.
able to get up and do their stuff, and hard carrying a cup of coffee in the morning.
It is, and that'll get it going for
Yeah.
sure. So that's our second one would be, like I said, the product. distribution,
Mhm.
we'll give you the option, and then we'll bring in a local kid, a local athlete to come run motocross for you guys.
So would that be like, you want to have him incorporated into the race or like a separate?
Right, so, depends on who we get.
Mhm.
If we get someone that would rather do the circuit race, you know, he can maybe enter in and just have the label on him, and then he can, you know, ride around, and if he wins, that'd be great, but if he doesn't, I mean,
Yeah.
he's still there. But one thing we can do is, we can kind of put on a special show, kind of like a halftime show maybe thing, and he'll come out, do maybe some flips, put on a show, and, so that'd be our second option. Which one would you think would fit this situation a little bit more?
The second one sounds better. I'm not so sure how that worked with Lucas Oil. You guys work with them with their tour?
Right, we have worked with them in numerous tours, and that's kind of how I got your name
Okay.
come across. That's kind of how I found you out, was through Lucas as well. Because like I said, they promote the professional motocross series. So we try to work with them as much as possible because they know what they're doing, and
Yeah.
they know how to pick the, you know, the demographic.
Mhm. So they, like you work with them, they haven't had any problems with putting in the halftime show or letting one of those guys run in the
So
actual stuff?
what Lucas does, they'll have numerous athletes come out. Like you said, maybe you'll have a Red Bull one there.
Mhm.
We'll have our Rockstar guy, and then we'll have some more maybe unrecognized talent that hasn't gotten that sponsorship
Mhm.
yet. And they'll just run a little show. And no, we haven't had much problem with it. There is risk associated with this,
Yeah.
which everybody pertains to when it comes to
Yeah,
motocross.
and this is motocross.
So you would think you would like the halftime show option a little bit better?
I think the halftime show would be pretty cool. You know, give someone a little different.
It
They
is.
get to see, you know, maybe someone that,
And it pumps them up too.
Yeah.
It really energizes the
and,
crowd.
you know, the fans come, maybe someone they know or, you know, they've seen around or went to school with or something. You know,
Exactly.
someone they can relate to, so that makes it cooler for
You
them.
may even get a guy from Colorado State.
Hey, that'd be all right.
Bring in the alumni base, maybe
Now
have
you're-
your own little
Now you're
tailgate.
sweet talking me.
We can do it, sir, we can do it. So that's our second option. We got a third option, and that's the product, the athlete, and then we bring in that concert we talked about earlier, the Safe and
Oh.
Sound Tour. And like I said, we'll set it up outside. We'll have licensing, ticket sales right there. If you want to do that option, maybe pay a little extra for the ticket.
Mhm.
That's something we can talk about at a further date once the event gets a little bit closer. But we'll bring in the talent, we'll set up outdoor venue, we'll do all the wiring through the bands, they'll bring their own instrumentals, and then we'll just kind of promote, you know, banner-wise, maybe a Rockstar label, as well as maybe we'll come up with the Thunderhead Valley logo intertwined within that. Does that sound like something you'd be interested in?
I would, but, you know, cost-wise, I don't know if that's something that we're ready to do yet. Like, we're working towards concerts, but it's a couple years down the road trying to build our finances so we can do that.
Right.
So I don't know if we could handle that much of a cost, trying to bring those big bands in and pay them. to do
And I appreciate that, I mean, costs make the world go around, financials make the world go around.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, you were bound by money, and I understand that because we could make this place crazy if it wasn't.
Oh,
Would you
yeah.
agree? So to further alleviate those costs that are associated with this option, we will promote the whole thing. We'll put
Really?
it on, we'll put on the show because we love the Safe and Sound Tour. It's something we really strive to push. But one thing that we do have to take in return is a little bit of the door sales. Because, like I said, it is going to bring in the fan base, but with that fan base, you know, comes the cost associated with that outdoor venue,
For
the
sure.
electrical equipment and everything. And what we take is 35% of door sales, which pretty much balances out when they are coming for the concert as well as the event as well. So, like I said, costs are there,
Yeah,
we'll take care of it.
that's pretty impressive, honestly.
Yes, and we love to do it for our customers because we know that y'all have the event and we know you'll have the venue for it. And that's all we ask is that we're allowed to use this venue that you so graciously made so much better.
It is a lot of hard work, sweat, and tears.
So is this something that you like so far? Is this
I-
something you pertain to?
Yeah, definitely. That sounded real awesome.
Great, great. I'd love to hear that, and we would love to work with you here at Rockstar. We think that we can promote not only the product, but the lifestyle that comes with the motocross event.
Yeah, that sounds pretty great.
So I'll be in town for the rest of this weekend. if you want to set up for a further date, maybe if you have to meet with some people. I know you mainly are the main.
Yeah, I like to talk to.
Decision-making process.
I kind of like to talk to my staff about things, but to tell you the truth, I'm just gonna pull the trigger on it.
You're gonna pull the trigger on
Yeah,
this
let's
right
just
now?
do it. You know, we can. We're going to the amphitheater later to watch a concert, so you're welcome to come with us. We can discuss some logistics.
Is that an invite?
It is an invite.
You don't have to invite me to concert. I'll be there for you.
Awesome.
For sure, man.
Yeah, we talk about logistics there and back, and we can meet throughout, you know, the
Great.
time of year.
And I'll bring in a presentation and show what kind of the the venue will look like if you want to do with the concert option. What athletes we can bring in that are at Colorado, maybe in Colorado State. And then we'll pick out product to put into the concession. How about that?
That'd be great, man.
Can't wait for this concert, Sean.
Hey, well, I appreciate it, and we'll send someone. I'll pick you up at 5.
I'm excited about this. Have a good day.
Hey, you too.
Get my things.